Did your university limit your Google Cloud storage to 10 gigabytes? Do you feel unsafe uploading files to shared cloud storage in your workspace? Today, I will teach you how to build your own cloud in just 10 minutes, and it's totally free. Before we jump in, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like for this video. I'm not going to tell you to buy a NAS system or mess around with complicated Linux environment settings. Instead, you can set up the cloud locally on your Windows or Mac personal computer without the pain of coding and make it a two-in-one and on-the-go workstation. You can also make use of rarely used old computers and disks. I highly recommend following along to install this on the computer you use at your institution. In that case, you're usually using a static IP, which is easier to set, and you don't have to worry about the electricity fee when you leave your computer turned on 24/7. We are going to use Nextcloud all-in-one. We'll use Docker to automatically set up the network environment. All of the links are in the description box. Let's start with my Windows computer as an example. First, download and install Docker for Windows. Follow the instructions to restart your computer after the installation. After restarting, choose to continue without signing in and skip. Next, we get our IP address. Check whether your network IP is static or not. Open Settings, Network and Internet, Ethernet, and IP assignment. If it shows manual, you can skip the IP assignment step. If it shows automatic, DHCP, you need to assign a fixed address to your computer. Open the search bar and type command. For Mac users, type terminal instead. In the command prompt window, type IP protocol configurations/all. Go back to IP assignment and click Edit. Choose Manual and turn on IPv4. Fill in the corresponding addresses. IP address is the IPv4 address, subnet mask is exactly the same name, gateway is the default gateway, and preferred DNS is the first 4-digit address in the DNS servers. You can use Google's DNS 8.8.8.8 as the alternate DNS. Click Save. If the IP address starts with 10, 172, or 192, it is a private address, meaning you are possibly on a router. If not, congratulations, you can skip the port forwarding step. That's why I love building the cloud at my institution, as they are usually static and public. Unlucky fellows using private IPs, do the port forwarding by following the specific instructions provided by your manufacturer and search additional info on Google or YouTube for your router. Make sure you forward the protocol TCP and UDP, and both 443 as the external and internal port to connect Nextcloud to your network host. Next, we create a personal domain to direct to the static IP. Doing this means you won't have to remember the address numbers every time you access your cloud. Go to node-ip.com and type the name you want. For me, I choose drgawking.ddns.net. Click Sign Up, and it takes no more than a few minutes to finish the domain creation process. Next, we install Nextcloud all-in-one with Docker. It does the job that cool network geeks do for you. To install Nextcloud AIO, go to the web page of the guide to Nextcloud on Windows and scroll down to the Install AIO section. Copy the command to command prompt. But I will first paste this into a notepad and customize it. I change the cloud path to disk D and use the new code to install. Note that if you encounter an error shown in the output, it means that port 80 is occupied. You will need to delete the previous Docker run and change the publish to 8080:80 and 8081:8080. If more ports are occupied, just do the same to find available ports. You can copy the output to ChatGPT or Copilot for specific debugging. Once it finishes installation, visit localhost 8080. If you modified the ports, for example, if you used publish 8081:8080, you would access the Nextcloud interface at localhost 8081 instead. Click Advanced and continue. Fill in the default password to log in, just like how you access your crypto wallet. Submit the domain name you created before. Uncheck all the optional containers unnecessary for most of us and save changes to speed up your cloud. Set the time zone where you are. After completing the settings, click Download and Start Containers. Wait until all the containers turn green. You can refresh the page after waiting for a couple of minutes. We can log into Nextcloud now using the given username and password. Click Open your Nextcloud and enter these. Change your password by clicking the user icon and then User. Click the pen to edit and check to save the changes. You can also create multiple accounts here for your family members or mobile control. All related users are under the admins group to use the same cloud space. You can set the user's quota just like Google charges you $1.99 per month for only 100 gigabytes. But this time, you can cut costs down to just the price of your local storage. You can check the storage capacity by clicking the user icon, Administration Settings, and then System. Check out my other videos to expand the storage by mounting multiple disks or merging disks. This is the browser client that is ready for use. But I prefer to manage my files locally. To do this, simply install the desktop client of Nextcloud and let it run in the background. Lastly, you can access your cloud by typing your domain name in the browser. I would download the Nextcloud desktop client on other computers and the mobile app on my phones and tablets I want to sync, just like commercial drives. You logged in with the domain name and account you created under admin. I'll be fine with using admin on all my devices to manage them. Make your own decisions if safety or backup issues concern you. We wrap up the basic settings of how to create your private cloud. We use Docker to build the Nextcloud environment. Please ensure that your computer meets the minimum requirements, which are 8 GB of RAM and 4 cores of CPU. To keep your cloud server available, run Docker and the Nextcloud desktop client in the background. You can only make changes to the files within the cloud if the server computer is on and both the network and disk cables are working well. What will you put into your own private cloud? Did you encounter any problems during installation? Comment down below to share your thoughts. This channel shares tips for coding, Excel, PowerPoint, academic or computer skills. Most importantly, I will never tell you to spend extra pennies to finish your work. Make good use of the tools around you to be Dr. Gawking. Check out my other videos to learn more. Subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!